The biggest tournament we've had in a long time, our World Championship. It's going to be 3 matches every day up until Saturday, and then 2 matches, Bo5 into Bo7, on Sunday for the championship.
They clash again, and only one can survive to face Focus in the second round, to then face Starbuck in the round after. Moon, of course, the most decorated person in all of Warcraft. Fly and Moon, they matched in 2020 at the WCG Connected Edition Grand Final, and there it was Fly once again to ruin the WCG dreams of the Moon. Can he do it once again and ruin the full Moon party? Let's go.
Alrighty, Demon Hunter starting off with a bit of creeping. Normally we're expecting to see Immolation here. And Demon trying to creep up quickly, get some items, tank up, get strong levels. And we all know that the Demon Hunter is capable of being the ultra carry, 1v5ing oftentimes orc armies. He can be super strong if he gets the necessary progress, those levels and items he so desires. Fly, he's also creeping in the middle of the map right now, gets a big item right away. Big Invo Potion, I always love seeing on Orc, especially on Blade Master. You can use it as a life-saving item, heal up with heal self at the same time. But it's not quite a quick level 2, so here the Demon Hunter early on gets a bit of an experience edge.
And yeah, that was rather passive by Moon, not keeping an eye out on the marketplace. Maybe a first mistake, maybe a sign of passivity, because we've seen people like Cow and Life putting a Wisp there, and then you can scout it, and then you can punish it, and then Fly loses his Blade Master early, and then we all know what happened. But Fly showing greed, as you have to, with the Blade Master, and he's being rewarded as well. Circlet, Claws, more HP, close to level 2. Nice, but if we talk about items, Moon can be very happy himself.
I'm playing a very passive game here so far. You mentioned the Wisp scouting. In fact, there's hardly any out on the map. There's one right now where the Blade Master is, but it's in a weird corner. He can't even see much, which also means he's very hard to spot this Wisp. Is it an Wisp? Probably. It's just the Demon Hunter creeping up and thinking perhaps even about an expansion, which is unusual to see this early in this matchup.
Taking inspiration from a Jens who showed the world that you can expand at any point, and Fly going into the main. Sometimes it can be very simple. Go for the Wisp, slow down the lumber, and therefore delay the lures. Maybe there was a chance even to go for the Hunter's Hall. There was not of interest, and so Fly has to leave empty-handed.
Just forced Moon a bit back here, slowed down his creeping, was able to prevent level 3 on the Demon for a little while, but he's now very close, so should be able to get there in a moment. It seems like Fly also needs to start doing some more creeping of his own. Ambitious attempt here, trying to go for the enemy nulls, but the archers are there to see.
Yeah, and usually at this stage of the game, the archers are getting slaughtered. But this is not the case here. That makes it so Moon's creep speed is way better than in most of the group stage matches. Therefore, I'd give a little bit of an advantage to Moon already.
Yeah, I'm liking the start here for Moon so far. He's going to get level 3 in a moment. Another big item for the Demon Hunter. This camp with the Null Overseer tends to drop passive items, or I should say defensive items, like Ring and Evasion and Periapt. All those are really good for the Demon Hunter. Only bad item here would be Pendant, probably. Gets the Ring +5, that is fantastic.
Man, this Demon Hunter is very, very promising. We have seen... we have seen a 50 euro dono. Rider of the Phoenix, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for the great cast during the tournament. Here's a push so we can climb up the Ascension. Oh, we're ascending so much today already. Rider of the Phoenix, amazing. More pressure by Fly. And yeah, seeing this Demon Hunter, I gotta think back to Lin vs. Colorful, where Colorful was 25 supply down, but the Demon Hunter was still able to turn the match around. With great control, of course, and a weird army composition by Lin, that has to be said. But yeah, if you look at Painkiller, he's gonna kill a lot and cause a lot of pain, that's for sure.
Yeah, normally, you know, you're supposed to be the most dominant before the Keeper comes out. Now the Keeper is there and Tangle's ready. Can he get his dirty mittens in range to reach that grunt? Sure he can. And the right click is easily enough. Fly gonna lose the first grunt of the game. Not ideal. But hey, at least it's not a hero.
That is correct. We go double Bestiary Raiders. That is more or less the norm for orcs today. We gotta say, we start here on Tidehunters, and Tidehunters was by far Fly's best map in the group stage. He got the win against Lawlight, he got the win against Colorful here, he also got a win versus Lin, of course, here. So, if Fly stands a chance, it's probably here, but Moon shows he's coming well prepared.
Moon, by the way, very confident out on the map before his Dryads are even there. In fact, Moon is rushing tier 3. Very often here we would see Night Elves being very passive, but maybe he's trusting in the strong Demon Hunter. Again and again, we have to come back to these items and look how much damage he's dealing when he puts in the right click. And also that ring is protecting him indeed very well. This is a bad start for Fly. He's trying to go for the Keeper kill. Is that Hex enough? Doesn't seem like it. There's one more Entangle. And the TP is now necessary to get away. If the Raider falls as well, this is a perfect trade for Moon. The last hit getting it. And this is a horrendous start. This is supposed to be a good Orc map. Normally you pressure early, then you expand easily on tier 2. Because of course, easy to do on this map. All that didn't end up happening. And Fly is finding himself clearly behind.
Yeah, Fly has very little to work with. That is the case for Moon as well, but that's also Moon's strategy. Since he invested into tier 3, Fly invested into nothing but his units, and a lot of them died. So, big exclamation mark for Moon so far in the middle. He did lose his town portal, but since there's Bears soon, and Rejuvenation soon, and an Invo potion is available as well, he should be safe, and Fly has to take a lot of risks now to get back into the game.
Gonna continue on with a bit of creeping here first. Seems like he needs higher level Shadowhunter especially for heal wave to stand a better chance in these fights. Going now for the Torrent Totem, of course he's gonna need those later on. Spirit Link and magic damage against the bears. Very good. Speaking of bears, we have very few so far. It's heavy Dryad play so far for Moon, and the clearer pivot I guess is gonna be coming later.
Yeah, everybody's still trying to find a balance between mass Dryads and bear rush. Moon had a little bit of both. Delayed the dispel for that. Every elf seems to be delaying staffs at the moment, which could be an opening for Fly, of course, always. But yeah, now the trifecta of the Night Elves is online. Demon Hunter, Orb, Rejuvenation. This is where the trouble really starts for the Orcs.
Yeah, and this is where you as the Orc are supposed to be ahead. This game, of course, it's a very different story. It's going to be a long uphill battle for Fly to win this game. Honestly, there's also one way to sneak out a win, and that is killing a hero. There's no TP on Moon. There's an invuln, but that's not always a save. We have mass raiders for mass Ensnare. And to be honest, I think a mass Ensnare lock into hero kill is the only way Fly can hope to win a fight right now.
Ooh, the one lock goes to the Raiders, though. He's really going for the Demon Hunter. That is a brave play. As we said, Immolation, no Dispel, Staff, Invuln, all available. But Moon! Oh my god, the Staff last second. The Hex didn't last long enough. That was the moment Fly was looking for. But a split second too late. Maybe one crit too little.
Yeah, that Ensnare just wore off, dude. If that Ensnare was a little bit longer or a new Ensnare came in, the Demon Hunter would have been dead, but he didn't die. He got back, he healed. It's the Keeper almost falling, but there's Invo Potion. And that is so much damage wasted, Neo. This fight is utterly lost.
And the Demon Hunter is, of course, back to full health. He's trying to aim for the Keeper. Blade about to fall. Shadowhunter as well. Keeper levels up. Is so safe. And this is looking like Moon has zero issues with Fly on day 1, at least on map 1, as every single unit is getting mauled to pieces.
Once you get that hero kill, at least bit of a saving grace. Maybe he can kill him off. Staff transfer. Oh, but a crit for the kill. All right, that's a little bit of a good feeling, but not enough to win this game. Hells no. Demon Hunter here has leveled insanely well. Looking for another kill. Oh, with the Immolation. Look at that. Running down the Walker. That's one more kill. And why not press on?
He will decide the game right here, right now. 16 foot ahead. The only chance Fly would have is like going for building elimination, but even that is utterly ridiculous. His Shadowhunter never made it to 3. That fight then, of course, not great. He was far behind already. Was looking for a Hail Mary. Wasn't the wrong play. And you know, if the Demon Hunter falls there, we have a whole different game. But yeah, it's the Moon show to start the playoffs.
Gonna take this first map for sure. Question is just how long does Fly want to continue the suffering? No longer! Game 1 is over, and Moon takes that lead.
Very decisive mid-game fights, eh? Moon got ahead quite fast, despite leaving Fly alone in the middle for the marketplace. He just took control. Of course, fueled by items, but these games are never simply decided by items. They might swing the favor a little bit, but that was a very, very good-looking Moon, I gotta say.
We're beginning with a little bit of creeping once again, where the demon should get level 2 once more quicker. But getting a fast level 3 is very hard on this map. Maybe that's also a reason why Fly chose this map. Normally, of course, you want to slow down Demon 3, and here on this map, it should be easy to achieve. Starting off with crit first, Blade has to creep level 2 at the beginning, and then perhaps we're going to be seeing some aggression as the Demon Hunter gets the claws and gauntlets, decent items. But we saw earlier how much he loves to find the Ring of Protection. That one helped a lot. That one, in fact, kept him alive.
True. Otherwise, the staff wouldn't have gone off. So far, we start with damage. And that's claws on both sides. Nice replenishment potion on Fly. That helps a ton during a potential harass. Tech has started. Moon with a lot of Moon Wells. And also claws. So we got the first exchange here. Reveal immediately, but not getting punished too hard. Fly with the circlet. Pretty much the same game plan as game 1 so far.
Another nice little benefit on this map. You get the circlet first, because then Elf doesn't want to walk into the creep camp and get purged. Another reveal, a mana burn, and a speed scroll used. Can he force the TP here, perhaps?
Oh, he has no windwalk at the moment. He pops the replenishment. That gives him a little bit of mana. He's 2 points off, got the windwalk. Moon doesn't know where he is, but Fly leaves him alone, dodges the reveal, and is waiting for Moon to go back to the Moon Wells. Oh, this is an excellent play by Fly. Look at him go. Here's the backstab. Here's the body block. But he doesn't have enough damage.
A player's forces are under attack.
10 mana off the windwalk. Demon Slayer has to be very careful. Ran back into the grunt. Every bit of damage here is painful. Does he have to go for a staff here to get safely back to the Moonwells? Maybe. That staff would be great with Staff of Preservation also later. Whew, alright, bit of a bullet dodge. That was stressful.
Damn! That is heartbreaking for Fly, man. He was in such a good position. He had the right idea of dodging that reveal, but then leaves empty-handed with a lot of wasted time as well. At least he's not losing too much HP, going for one of the biggest camps on the map and one of the unique camps on the map. So hopefully grabs himself a nice reward, even though that's a lot of damage again with all that poison involved. It's the Ring of the Archmagi. Nice! And Moon on the other side, gripping his expert.
And he found again the Great Ring of Protection +5. One of the very best items the demon can possibly find. So I guess both are kind of happy with this exchange. Fly got the center, got the good item. Moon got closer to 3 and also got a very good item. And now even taking the scraps away, maybe. Should be an easy last hit though.
Well. That was a weird damage range, wasn't it? It was right on the edge. Still, if the Demon Hunter can get it, the Blade Master could have gotten it with the backstab anyway. And now Demon Hunter is level 3 faster again. Fly so heavy on creeping this entire game, and now he is up against level 2 mana burn. His Blade Master is dropping dangerously low, and the Shadow Hunter is coming in 5 seconds too late as well. Things are not necessarily going Fly's way.
Strong Blade Master perhaps can carry him through this game. We have seen that work in the past, even if the demon has a good start, which I think now is fair to say he has. Got that level 3. And indeed, on this map it takes a lot of work, right? You have to creep 3 green camps and an orange camp fully, lose no experience to get that level up, and Moon was allowed to do it. And now Moon is allowed to take away the Orc Natural. It seems like Moon is getting away with a lot here this series.
Remo, this Serpent works.
Indeed it is. Serpent Wards. Very good against Dryads. Not that good against Bears, really.
Yeah, it has fallen off of meta. for quite some time. It was always Hex and Heal Wave, Hex and Heal Wave, especially for these mid-game encounters. I'm not sure if I'm liking this, to be honest.
I don't hate it, I guess, in a passive game. If there's no fights happening early, you're just going for creeping, you're just trying to power up for the late game. In the late game, of course, with mass Dryads or good amount of Dryads and Abolish, Hex is not expected to do much. Maybe that's what he's thinking, just use the Serpent Wards to creep better. But actually now he is going for the fight. Here comes the Shadow, comes in with the Hex, Abolish is ready and quickly used. Keeper, though, still in trouble. Has to be given the TP, perhaps, to survive. Speed scroll, engaged. Demon Hunter quite hurt here. Has an invuln, has a TP. Abolish again against the Hex. And that's a good escape by Moon. It's going to cost him only an Archer to get away from this.
Yeah, this didn't do much, man. This didn't do much for Fly. I love that he's aggressive, taking some creeps away. That delays level 2 for the Keeper of the Grove. But no heal wave worries me a little for the late game. Orc's big issue is always sustain. So he needs to invest a lot into healed scrolls, I guess, or retrain at some point. Otherwise, Moon with the strong reaches will go for it. Still big invul, pops it immediately, takes the fight. No Dryad dancing for now, but the Raiders are suffering very early on in the fight.
Ensnares leading to kills, but also indeed also the Entangle finding some in return. And now we only have one Raider rest left to use Ensnare, and these grunts are falling off heavily. Especially when you're against Dryads, when you're getting kited a lot, it seems like grunts do pretty poorly. Against Bears, maybe a bit better, give you some more frontline, because you don't just want to tank with Raiders, of course, them taking extra damage. And indeed now we have Bears coming out, the first of many rejuves being enjoyed on the Demon Hunter.
Now, Fly, what do? Got some scouting on the right-hand side with the wards, falls back into the middle, goes for the marketplace, maybe a heal scroller as well, but he's also only at 40 food. So ideally you want to invest into more army. We've seen once again double beastery into totem. This time the walkers are online, but Moon is reading Fly's game perfectly.
Very important shop items here, of course. Heal scroll gonna go to the blade. Not gonna pick up the second invuln. He already had one, of course. Invuln arguably more important for Moon than the heal scroll. It is all about keeping this Demon Hunter alive. He is the star player. He is the diva as well. He can demand extra treatment. He is by far the most important.
You think he only orders the green M&Ms?
There's green M&Ms? I don't really know what you're talking about, Neo. I see nothing on him. I see a green Orb of Venom on the Demon Hunter. That's doing some good damage here. Invul Potion popped, by the way. And the item was stolen, the Wand of the Wind. But there's Dispel, of course, from those Dryads still. What there isn't is Heal Wave. So at some point, Fly might be running out of healing. Heal Scroll has already been committed, by the way. But with Ensnare still finding more kills. Those Bears, though, good damage. The Blade Master in real trouble. He's out of the fight now with low HP.
And now we're missing the heal wave, of course. Oh boy, Demon Hunter looking for revenge. We don't have boots, so the blade is safe. And out of the fight, though, now the Bears run the show. The Demon Hunter's not even participating. Look, I don't need my first hero. Hands off the keyboard. The Bears do all the work.
Doing a lot of damage here indeed. That's 2 more grunt kills. Serpent Ward's now also easy to pick off. Moon is very close to double level up. We get a level 4 demon here. Keeper's about to get his level 3 as well. The lab creep should be enough. And as if this is not bad enough for Fly, he's been losing these fights, but this is part of the problem only. The big problem is he needs to have expansion. When you play tier 2 Orc against tier 3 Night Elf, you need an Expo. Not immediately, but at some point. But there's absolutely zero chance of an Expo on the horizon here.
Yeah, I mean, Moon was generous enough to creep that for him already and lay the groundwork, but Fly not capitalizing on that, trying to move into Kodos now to get the instant kills on Bears, ideally. He's again so far behind. He doesn't have crit level 2, still doesn't have the heal wave. Serpent Wards are pretty bad versus Bears now, I guess. Like, even worse than they were before, because piercing damage versus heavy armor, right? So they only really work against Dryads, as piercing damage is also pretty bad against heroes. So what are these Serpent Wards really for?
I think they were meant for creeping, simply to get the Shadow Hunter off to a good start. And maybe he had the read that he was facing mass Dryads. If that was the read, then it wasn't quite correct. in recent times in general, we've been seeing very little mass riot play. It's mostly been bears with slightly varying timings towards tier 3. But okay, Blade Master gonna pick up another big item here. Warsong Battle Drums. Well, that's not gonna be much use with him having the Kodos already. But having the Kodos, perhaps that can be the X factor. A perfect fight with Speed Scroll and Snare, Devour, get a few bears out the fight, maybe there's still a chance. But certainly Moon is with a better position here with his strong-looking heroes.
It's a bit symptomatic for the items, isn't it? The Demon Hunter has 13 armor. Extra armor. That is 19 armor total, plus redo, plus the staff, plus he's level 4.5. This dude is a monster.
It's over 50% damage reduction, by the way. The breakpoint for 50% is 17 armor. So now he is taking less than half damage from physical attacks. And guess what from Orc? It's all physical attacks.
That is a bit problematic, isn't it? He's trying to lean into a little bit of a raider base attacks, kill buildings, forcing town portals. That's kind of nice, I guess. But he can't take straight up fights. He's listening to us. So there is an expansion now. Bad news for the Orcs is their expansion always takes 2 minutes. And 2 minutes in Warcraft can be an eternity.
We could go for Sapper here. Sapper could blow up the Great Hall, but he's got no Wisp at the lab at the moment. That could have been a very painful play that he could have attempted here. This is good. A good try by Fly. He has to buy time, and he's doing that with his Raider army right now. Engaging into the fight. Not sure if that's the best idea, especially close to the Knight of Moonwells. He's looking for those Devours, though. He gets the Dryad. Moon is keeping the bears way out of range.
Keeper in the middle of it all, so is the Demon Hunter. The heroes run the show, the rest is just decoration. Dropping low now, has a staff, but if you're ensnared, you can't staff. Can't keep it close though, because the raiders were gone already. I thought Fly might be going for Devour, 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 then TP out, but there's no real chance for more bear Devours, so he felt forced to stay in that fight, and then it's almost a disaster, and the Blade Master falls for the last second TP. He keeps Moon pinned down on the opposite side of the map, buying more time for this expo. We're down to 40 seconds. But like Moon didn't use his bears in the fights. And it
looked really odd, right? He's moved them south as if to go on vacation. Yeah, check out that gold mine, guys. Just take a little look. But I think you had your finger on the pulse there. It was about the Devour into TP threat. Moon wanted to avoid just that and felt very confident in his heroes to hold the main base with the help of Moonwells, and that was the right assessment. Bears all stayed alive. Only one single Dryad got devoured. About to be digested right here. But the expo is now finishing. Moon knows about it, couldn't prevent it though, and all of a sudden, Fly has a lifeline. If he can hold here, if he can repel Moon one more time, or maybe 2 more times, he could still win this game.
Full defense. And this is where Serpent Wards can shine if you can fortify. They basically are like towers to a degree. So we'll see. He still goes grunts, interestingly. Maybe just to get some use out of that barracks. The rally point is in the base, unfortunately. Moon takes another red spot. We got 5-4 heroes versus 3-3. The XP chart is through the roof.
Also getting his next upgrade ready, the second armor upgrade. This means your units are harder to kill. They take more hits to bring down. That is more Thorn's aura damage being returned. Very good synergy there. But Moon will have to go all in. He doesn't have an expansion of his own. Once he starts losing units, he's not going to be able to rebuild very well. Moon might be able to get to 70 supply once, but with that army, he has to win the game.
Dude, Moon has backpack, and he's carrying a Wand of Illusion on some bears. This is something I've seen from Lawlight with Mountain Giants, but this will come as a surprise. I really like that. With 2 heroes, you're oftentimes slot-starved. That's a way for the elves to work around it.
2 more charges are ready. There's no heal scroll here on Moon. I guess he doesn't quite have the cash for it. 2 heal scrolls on the Orc side. 10 supply lead for Moon. Misclick on the invuln on the Keeper. Oh... big mistake. I wonder if that's gonna get punished.
Well, we have a 22 armor Demon Hunter. I am not too sure if that makes the difference. The illusions are dispelled. The walkers are up front. That's not great. They're getting punished. They're supposed to be in the backline to deal the damage versus Bears. Flies second map on the line here. The Expo has to hold. As he said, it is his lifeline.
Bo5 keeper should be, or could even be entangle. Level 3 entangle, also really good. Coda's going down quick. These bears are returning. The Blade Master is hurt. Has to go for the invoke potion. He just reached level 4. Decent damage there, but the demon still seems to be running the show. So much damage coming out from the immolation now in the middle of the Orc army.
He can do whatever he wants, man. This Demon Hunter is unstoppable. He's not even taking any damage. 3 hits and the Shadow Hunter is down. Cut my heroes into pieces. This is more than the last resort. This is the 2-0. The GOAT is showing that he can still game and has 3 match points now for the second stage of Ascension.
Great start by Fly. Even on this map, gets into a very good position with the Demon Hunter, fast level 3. And we saw Fly later on then being aggressive, trying to look at some kills with the Hex and Snare combo, but then the Keeper was out.
To the next series. Echo Isles it is. This is where he got the WCG Grand Final map win, at least, in record time. Back in the day versus Infi in 2009. But yeah, we don't have that here. Heroes have spawned. It's a Demon Hunter, it's a Blade Master, and for once, Moon is not starting with a Claw.
Fly is changing things up with his build. He's going for Mirror Image into Headhunters. 1 grunt into Headhunters. Pretty cool to see. I hope this is not just a sign of desperation.
He did that before when he was down 0-2 as a last resort kind of thing. Especially Autumn Leaves comes to mind, where this strategy was also unfolded. First Headhunter trapped! Moon collaborating with the Gnolls, and now he got the cloak, and now he's hidden. And Fly can't do anything.
Normally the cloak seems to be bad on the Demon Hunter because you always want to be active and running around. But here it saves him the TP for now. Blade Master going down to the shop to get the dust. It's going to take a long time. Well, good thing I guess that mirror images last a full minute.
That's right. Oh man, imagine this is expiring. And the Demon Hunter just walks it off. But we got the staff, we got the reveal. This is the town portal. Must be. It is. Whew. Moon almost got value off of this. But Fly with good items. Fly with the town portal forced. Fly with a little bit of map control. Fly fighting.
If he can get the Magi as well, I would say that's well worth it. This was quite a bit of investment. He sold the staff, but still lots of gold used up. Moon, of course, running back. Lots of archers, by the way. And a late Hunter Song.
Yeah, 5 archers. This could be tier 3 orb play. But it's still on the verge. Like 5 is a very, very stable early game. Doesn't have to mean that much. And now, oh, it's almost 4 anyway, but that archer expertly micro to the back. Not a single loss for Moon.
Demon Hunter bought the claws at the shop, not the Ring of Protection. Maybe that one wasn't up for sale. But yeah, this marketplace might see a lot of traffic today. We'll see. As Blade Master's falling back, healing up. Clearly both very interested still in this Ogre Magi.
Everybody is. It's the big consumable. Headhunters can be great damage and can lead to a big creeping game. I like that Fly is switching it up. The vanilla play didn't really work out. It doesn't really matter how aggressive and how passive he was. So yeah, just try to create chaos and confuse Moon where he maybe isn't that practiced against. But Moon just switches to the Naga. Demon Hunter Naga always works. And he has map control right away.
Yeah, with that Tavern Hero pickup coming so quickly from the neutral building, that should normally mean an easy pickup of the Ogre Magi. But instead it's a Berserker going down and looking for the cancel on the Bestiary. Tier 2 Bestiary cancel, something we haven't seen in a while. This one's successful though. Those raids are going to be quite delayed. But now Shadowhunter about to spawn. 20 seconds. Maybe Fly can still fight for this big item.
Moon retreating nicely. He still got 5 archers, went for range upgrade and attacking tier 3 without lures. This might still be tier 3 mass orb play. But yeah, he bought so much time. This should all work out super nicely. Moon adapting quickly.
Magi is gonna go to the Night Elf, but item was stolen. It is the Wand of Mana Steel now on the Blade Master. And here comes the Shadowhunter Hex. 1 Hex would easily lead to a kill, but those archers fall back just in time Moon has the right feeling. But yeah, he lost the item.
Moon looking good though. Despite the item, for the Shadow Hunter, this can be super nice, especially if the Demon Hunter continues with Immolation. Now, we split the rest of the camps in the middle. Shop for Fly plus Invul. Demon Hunter gets the scraps at the marketplace. It's not Mass Archer tier 3. It's just very, very late, or rushed bears with late lures. And this should work out fine. Fly has the right read and goes Raider Walker instead of Raider Walker.
The lures being so late, maybe Moon is going to skip Dryads entirely.
Yeah.
That does make sense against Headhunters as well. This would make Hex very good again. Hex being used here on the Naga. Headhunters, though, being picked off pretty quickly. Not known to be great units against Night Elf, especially tough to make work against Keeper and Tangle. But even without a Keeper, these Headhunters are dying pretty fast. And now we're down to 0 Headhunters, in fact.
Yeah, without the Dryad Dispel, Mirror Image could shine as well, but that only really shines on level 2 and above, and only with crit 2 and above, so Fly needs a lot of creeping, but the Blade Master is now roaming, basically, was following the Naga to the opposite side of where he wants to be. So this is also working in Moon's favor. Fly needs this one moment, man. The moment that makes him believe, similar to what happened versus Labby, similar to what happened versus Lin. But this is hard to acquire now.
It reminds me of Morpheus in The Matrix. He's starting to believe.
Yes.
Can Fly still find his faith?
Or maybe a specifically colored pill. That would also help.
A player's forces are under attack.
Well, that's also an interesting question to answer. Is Fly red-pilled or blue-pilled? Well, it might depend on the outcome of this game today. Or black-pilled or white-pilled, I guess, would be more appropriate. Anyways, more creeping taking place up top. And again, a ring +5 has been found. Oh, the demon. Oh, he loves this item.
Oh man, these items are just perfect. I mean, these tier 2 combat items are in general good for a Demon Hunter, regardless of what you get. But yeah, the mix makes the music. And it's looking really, really good. Fly now. Mirror Image level 2, kinda nice. Scouts well. But the bears are coming. And the bears have so far been Fly's demise.
Quite aggressive here. No heal scroll, no TP, no invuln. This is a bit of a dangerous push if he finds himself in a tough spot. Ensnare catches the bear. Didn't dodge it with the bear form. We have level 2 mirror image, but perhaps only the once.
Weird fighting position now for the melee units. Demon Hunter in the middle of it all once again, but he can stomach all this easily. Wisps come in for the detonate for the first time. Against mirror image, of course, a nice play when you don't have Dryads. First bear will be taken care of. The Kodo is only now marching forward. How is the bear still alive? There we go. Demon Hunter with the reju. Hex against it, but he's healing so quickly.
They hurt still. Here's the ensnare, and the Demon Hunter goes down. That's the big hero kill. Attempting to open this game back up for Fly. Blade Master also low HP, but he should be able to fall back to the shop. Healing already with the salves, and Moon may have overextended himself here.
Oh, he's still got a good supply lead, of course, -4 thanks to the bear. Lots of healing to do on Fly. That's also expensive. A little bit of silver lining for Moon. He got still 2 bears on the field, can continue creeping, might get map control again. But Fly, is this your moment?
I was thinking about chasing with that Raider, looking for the next ensnare kill. But no, it's gonna be instead settling for an Ancient of War. Bit more experience for the Shadow Hunter. Now he's almost level 3. Moon now down at the south. Yeah, I think this way should have gone before the fight. 1 heal scroll or 1 invuln could have made the big difference here. Wasn't able to pick that one up, but should be getting the next one.
Demon Hunter back in 50 seconds. It's still a lot of time for Fly to get something done. More creeping. He got 2 claws and 2 circles. The numbers will rise high once he's level 4. Shadow Hunter also in needs of level 2. He will get the XP from a bear in the Kodo belly. But Fly is supply blocked at 41.
Yeah.
Remo!
Where's the burrow, bro?
No!
Your name is not so cool. Come on. He's trying to expand, but he can still afford a burrow.
That would then be 2 minutes at 40 food.
Fly. Come on, bro. 700 gold. This looks like nerves, man. Like this is an outrageously long supply block.
I mean, can you blame him? 6 week at the bottom of the ranking, plus the Chinese community breathing in your neck. It's I feel it.
Only now making the burrow. Still 40 seconds out. So much gold being hoarded. Now he's like, oh, I gotta make upgrades so it doesn't look like I'm hoarding too much gold. He's getting armor upgrade. But that oftentimes isn't the most bang for your buck. Doesn't work on the walkers, doesn't work on the Kodos, only works on the raiders.
That's right. Yeah, it doesn't help too much indeed. Maybe spikes would have been nice as well against an incoming bear attack. That also works on buildings that are not finished, so could be a little help. What is a big help is the Scourge Bone Chimes and the Claws +8 and the Blade Master level 4. If you were looking for a silver lining for Fly, there it is. Big damage, solid recovery. Here we go.
Forces are under attack.
All right. This will have to be the Blade Master show. Demon Hunter's also creeping up. He's got very good items also, by the way. Circlet on the ground. A little bit scared here of getting caught by a Blade Master, but of course this is the no Windwalk build. And Fly finally lifted the supply block, finally can produce again.
Sanctions are off. Expo halfway done, a little more. Fly got shop control. Oh my god, Boots of Kel'Thalas on the Demon Hunter. It's a lot of damage as well. Jesus, these heroes, man. We can park the armies in the base, just have the Demon Hunter and the Blade duke it out.
Orb of Venom yet to be picked up. This is going to be a big addition, of course. Seems like one gloves is the clear sell priority here. Moon waiting for his units to join him and then picking up the orb, I guess. Surely not going to forget the orb. No, he won't.
Expo up. Not fortified. No spikes. Moon seems to have a great idea of what's important now, and the big fight is coming. Fly needs to produce ASAP. The 11th supply that a Great Hall gives him is now unlocked, and he had the units on queue. Grunt, Kodos, and a defensive position.
Staff teleportation picked up. I like that as well. Of course, we all know the staff heal trick. I wonder how well are these illusions gonna stay up? How much dispel is there gonna be? Mana burn also here very important.
Fly is fighting for survival. If he loses this Expo, he's most likely out of the Super League. After this disastrous season, we had a little bit of hope after the mirror match win versus Lin. Today, things are a little bit different. Lots of bears in very close proximity, and 2 of them about to be digested now.
Mirror image is all gone, but also for a long time, Shadowhunter didn't get mana burn. Hex comes through, and there's no dispel anymore. The Dryades are completely out of mana. The Hex is once again very strong in this fight. I wonder if it's going to make more use of it. Kodos with Devours again. Bears are inside. And the Demon Hunter, low HP, low mana. Invoke Potion, he's allowed to stay in this fight for a little bit longer. Has to be staffed out in a moment, and the staff heal has to turn this fight full Moon.
Oh, unfortunate that he couldn't move forward and hex the Naga, otherwise this could have been a kill. Is there a crit? Here it is! The Demon Hunter can't get back into the fight, and now the town portal is gone. The big red number when Fly needed it most. Expo holds.
That's terrific news for Fly. This buys him so much time. Time, of course, on his side. Looking for a bear kill here as well. Getting that would be huge, but no Windwalk. Bear gets away. But we don't have many of those left. Those bears, mostly extinct, 2 about to get digested by the Kodo beasts, and Fly now enjoying so much money.
And heal scrolls. And the Invo Potion. Ooh, these combat items are great. Mana Potion on the Shadowhunter as well. It's looking very, very promising for Fly's first win in the Ascension phase, and maybe the start of a reverse sweep. We've seen quite a few of these in this league, haven't we? But Moon isn't done yet.
Comes back in time to cancel the shop at the expansion. That's also important. Mana here, really big deal. Mirror images. I think I've been doing a really good job, by the way. Just also to force mana burn not to land on the Shadowhunter. Mirror image is now taken out, but of course crit is still available. And the demon again quite hurt, and he doesn't have an invoke to fight this time.
Damage of the blade is magnificent. Walker's a bit far forward, maybe. The Kodos can't delete the bears out of the fight as they did before, but the Walkers are doing the job. Level 4 on the Shadow Hunter, but very little mana. Waiting for the shop to finish, but that's 30 seconds.
Getting a kill, but he's about to be running out of mana with Immolation, of course, turned on this entire time. He didn't get to level 5 yet. He did lots of damage, but Love for the Orc is still standing. Blade still fighting on. There's a big heal wave coming in as well, and the Invo Potion available still on the Blade Master. That should be enough time for the shop to come up in a moment.
Still everybody's game. 10 seconds. The Invo Potion won't last long enough. Fly, you gotta hope for some crits. 165! Oh my, this is so close. The Reju, dude. The Reju is so good. And wouldn't it be a perfect Fly moment to get knocked down on the blade now? But the shop is up, the mana potion is there, and the blade is in fighting shape again.
Yeah, more potions, more clarities. He gets the kill on the demon, and that is the first map win going to Fly. It looked like perhaps we were heading to a 0-3, but now with a Blade Master level 5, some really good crits coming out. These items were certainly of help this game for Fly as well, and with the expansion, he brings it across the finish line.
Yeah, Demon Hunter items weren't bad either, so can't complain here. End Snare on the Adept Bears makes it easier to kill them, and Fly puts his name on the board. He's most scary when it's about survival, I guess, and that was a nice performance with Mirror Image Headhunters. The turnaround, a complete shift in gears, and a very successful one in that. First thing you do on Hammerfall is to get rid of these pesky Makruras at the seafood buffet. This is how we start our game.
Lots of opportunities to find rings of protection here. We've seen the Demon Hunter quite lucky, I guess you can call it, having found them every game so far. Also, the big ring +5 is something he loves to get. Those would be available at either the Merchant or at the Gold Mine, where the Rock Golem stands. But also a small ring would be quite nice to pick up. Blade Master, how about him? He wants some damage. Some claws, some slippers. Ring of Superiority he's going to settle for. It's not bad. And now time to go to the center.
Okay, let's fight. ChatGPT, by the way, gave Moon a 70% win rate. That would line up nicely with the 3-1 result. Maybe we're going to be replaced soon, Remo, and we can do the ChatGPT casting.
Yeah, to be honest, can't be much worse than this.
Talk about yourself. I'm still the GOAT.
I'm saying that so our future machine overlords know that we were always willing allies.
I see. Of course. I'm gonna lead the resistance. I mean, I wear the name already.
Okay. Maybe your new name can be Sarah Connor then.
I'm literally Neo, dude.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, Terminator.
Yeah, okay.
And the lady who couldn't sing our national anthem. Also Sarah Connor.
Oh yeah, true. That was pretty funny. Early aggression this time by Fly. This is something I was hoping to see more from him for the entire series. Here we go. And this is always when it gets very annoying for the Night Elf. You don't have slow yet from Dryas. You don't have a tangle yet. And these brutish orcs are doing a lot of damage to you. Moonjo's situation not looking great. There we go. This I like a lot more, this display right here. You did see the archer as well. One kill in the back. And heal salves ready to recover.
Oh, is Moon able to trap Fly here? There is no Windwalk anymore. He's walling him off, man! Fly is
hold on.
You said he's not so cool. Well, maybe he is. Or he finds a solution. Thinking back, of course, to WCG 2008, where Zokul was practicing 4 weeks straight for the big match against Moon, and then, in a best of one, got trapped in Moon's base and had to tap out after 5 minutes. That was also hilarious. But Fly has learned from Zokul.
Ah, good old WCG best of 1 days. Yep, that was the peak competition of Warcraft back then. Who the hell was the tournament admins, by the way, for that tournament?
I don't know.
They did best of ones, like not once or twice, but like for years.
13 years in a row, brother.
A player's forces are under attack.
Beyond the game. That's all I can say. We're getting really now into the mid-game. Tier 2 is coming up. We're seeing a Shadow Hunter double bestiary would be expected into later walkers. And this time we're seeing the keeper added. And I think this is going to make for a much better late game second hero. Spy is still looking for more kills, by the way. Good grunt block, gets another archer. There we go, 2 kills early on.
Not only that, but also a hurt Demon Hunter. This will cut into a lot of moon juice. 2 of them empty. Fly still contesting to cover the retreat. And the Berserker is still working on this Ancient of War. So Moon is looking a little more shaky than in the first 2 maps. We talked about this earlier. This aggression that you mentioned and wanted is rather standard these days. And it's not too rare to see all 3 archers die. That hasn't happened to Moon in any of the games except this one. There's still one available to creep, but why, dude? He found a taste now. He got that bloodthirst running.
We love to see it. Almost getting the last hit steal there as well. Could have been big, but that one goes to the Demon Hunter. And now both heroes, second heroes, come out. Do we see the aggression continue, or is Fly going to take a step back? Big decision point here for any orc in the mid game.
Now, this is the moment where Night Elves would love to have a Wand of Negation against this. Both sides, actually, since the Keeper's Entangle is kind of an equivalent. If Fly can get a shop creep from this, that's very nice. Moon moving towards the middle for the laboratory with one of the biggest consumables. So after 6 minutes of aggression, we got a little bit of creep craft.
A player's forces are under attack.
Sasquatch, item, Ring of Regen. Ooh, I love that on the Blade Master. You're always going to be taking some chip damage, especially with Spirit Link. And this blade has some decent items. Rather on the defensive side, though. Not that much damage. Wants to bring the damage now still to the Night Elf. Shadowhunter trying to get in range for the Hex. And he catches the Keeper. And that should be a kill unless there's a TP willing. TP there is. Dust reveals. Last archer of the game. Gets away.
You know, I kind of feel like Fly is making better decisions. His execution was pretty good the entire series. His decisions may be a bit lackluster. And I don't know, man. I feel like Moon derailed a little bit compared to map 1 and 2.
Yeah, Moon may be playing a bit worse, but also Fly way better early on. We see how much dividends this aggression is paying. A little bit of confidence has surged again within Fly. And this is by far his best early game yet. But he tended to lose the game in the later stages, when there were bears, when there was a strong Night Elf army, and especially a strong Demon Hunter. Looking at the Demon inventory right now, not very convincing.
You got the ring, you got a little bit of extra damage with attack speed, but yeah, it's not the +9 agility, the +15 claws. And the Demon Hunter is looking well-rounded, and more survivability on him is also nice. Levels are missing, we get that here, and Fly also with the Peon very, very early during the creep. Look at this. Even though Lin got punished and lost his expansion to the turtles, these kobolds are no turtles.
I do like turtles, and the kobolds are now eliminated. Yeah, this is a wonderful timing for the expo. Going to be done at around 10 minutes. And that is probably when the bear attack is going to hit. Master training for bears finishing way earlier, but Moon is absolutely not yet in fighting shape. It needs more supply. Most importantly, 50 supply roughly is what you're looking for. And the Blade might be looking for some more last hit steals right here. Or what's he up to? The level 2 Windwalk scouting around. Would love to catch a bear, but doesn't have Orb of Lightning here, of course. It is the Shadowhunter pushing towards the Night Elf main base. Looking for a bit of aggression. Fly not quite sure. He's going to fall back. A little uncertain at the moment, he looks.
Got a Wisp. Yeah, maybe he was checking for the expansion, which Moon, of course, grabbed. Now has to walk back to the red spot or to the shop. Both are nice. And the left-hand side, Moon gets the red spot as well. But Fly took that shop away. So, of course, 2 creep spots are better than 1 creep spot. Simple math. That is something you can do on stream. And Blade Master sharking around will delay upgrades by lower mana, lower lumber income. And it's of course time for the expo as well. I don't hate Fly's situation in this game.
Go the Grove 2.5 now. Would love to get level 3 before the big fight. Demon items. Just 2 minutes ago I said I'm not so impressed with his inventory. Now it's looking a lot better. That parry up plus the Healthstone is going to give him a lot of staying power. He's creeping with the rest of the gang. He's getting his level 4 now. All of a sudden, this demon is a lot stronger. And that tier 3 timing attack is about to be ready. But if Fly holds, if he can repel the Knight of Forces, he's again going to be in the lead with that expansion up.
10 seconds. Felt like this creeping stage here took a long time for Fly. Was waiting for his Blade Master to return. Gets the One of the Wind again. That was kinda nice in the middle, but yeah, now he can't finish the red spot. Moves to the green, but Moon is knocking on his door, willing to ascend into round 2.
Positioning here for Fly, a little bit awkward. Camp is now cleared. Demon Hunter looking for the big mana burn, of course. Disenchant on the Kodo right away. No easy kill there. Devour on the bear is in. Big damage from the Immolation, but now Fly perhaps trying to spread his units. No, not trying to spread them. Trying to take out the Demon Hunter. But there is a Healthstone. Not sure if that was the right target, honestly.
Well, he's switching things up. This is the reason for the grunts to have a little bit more damage against heroes, but we need a heal scroll now. It is available. Fly has a lot of gold, but not the presence of mind to go to that shop. It would be such a huge help. The damage is all over the place.
No clear front line here at all. Everything's attacking everything. This also means Dryads are falling pretty quickly. There's almost no Dispel on the Night Elf anymore. A Hex here would be good, but there's no mana for it. What we do have, though, is reinforcing Kodo Beasts. Looking for more snacks. That would greatly plummet the supply for the Night Elf in this fight. Blade Master hurt as well. He's going to use that heal potion. Surely? Okay, thank you, Fly.
Heal scroll by Fly now. That took a little bit. The clock is still ticking in his favor. Any mana, any crits? Heal wave, oh no, Entangle. It had to end like this. An overcommitment with the blade. How symptomatic for Fly's career in the past 20 years. That might cost him the tournament.
On a lot in supply. He has munched 2 bears away. Can he stay alive long enough for the blade to return? He could have just fallen back, Neil. He could have fallen back on many different occasions after this fight had brewed for a while. Get back to the shop for healing. But he stayed in too long. Blade Master dead. And probably has to go for the tavern res here in a moment. Moving towards the tavern already.
Oh, he is starting it at the altar, has to cancel it, then get it back. He should have the resource, but that's free damage for Moon. Closer and closer to level 5, closer and closer to the victory. Peons suffering the Great Hall again. No spikes, nothing to fear for the Bears. And Fly is not willing to hold this. He's moving straight into Moon's base.
Yeah, he's going for the counterattack, but without Raiders, that's not even dangerous at all. He has the TP. He's trying to force Moon to go back, but Moon, he doesn't even carry a teleport. Takes out the expansion. Up by 20 supply still. Moon finding himself so far ahead here.
Man, that fight on the upper right-hand side, definitely the decisive one. We staff back with the Demon Hunter now. Colorful was able to defeat Lin with 25 supply less. Now Moon has 25 supply more. So, given that equation, the Demon Hunter can do it by himself.
Yeah, right now it's looking like it. This Orc army is absolutely laughable to look at. Kodo Beasts still busy with their meal. We all know what it's like. You know, you're at a family barbecue or maybe a fancy dinner. You haven't eaten all day and then you eat way too much and it's going to take you a full day to recover from and digest. But finally, that day has passed.
Would be nice if Kodos get food coma after devouring an entire bear. Not from a peon or a dryad, you know, that's nice and lean, but yeah, from a bear I can definitely sympathize. You know, we need like 20 crits now. And it's only level 1, so we might need like 30.
Demon Hunter, he can't crit, but he can still do big damage. He's almost level 5, looking for that big immolation. He's got a lot of mana as well to use. Moon back at 52. Awkward supply numbers.
A player's forces are under attack.
Costing him right now.
Okay. By holding on to dear life, literally. Fought back in supply. Now an archer was killed to get back into no upkeep. That helped Try a little bit. We still have the seafood buffet. Talking about food. And the Makura dies with another item for Fly. He got good levels now. Even food. Kodos are not devouring anymore. With an excellent fight and maybe a little slip up by Moon, everything's still possible.
The map is fully crapped up. What do we do next? Fly could force an issue if he's trying to go for an expansion again, but the peon count for him is so low, by the way. It's very hard to afford an expo now, considering the lumber state. Gold seems to be no issue for Fly right now.
Not at all. Over 1k. Power Blade has an invuln, but that's not the situation where you want to use it. He can entangle lock him in 1 second. Wait, is he just dead?
He might be just dead.
Way, Fly! Town portal, that was so expensive!
Don't die. Don't die. Don't die.
Oh my god!
Ooh-wee! That was very close.
Calculated. I didn't even sweat. I didn't, like, that was...
Yeah. All good, boys. All good. Everyone's still alive. Fly still with lots of gold. 1,500. Moon right now looking for the chase, looking for the kill. This Kodo beast should be easy to get.
Just like your mom.
Neo saving the standout moments for the playoffs. Very good.
Sorry. It was such a low-hanging fruit, dude. What can I say?
This game, not as easy to close out as perhaps Fly was hoping. He had the Expo running, man. That was his win condition. He's going tier 3, boys. Oh.
Oh, tiny?
What's that?
Tiny?
Bro, Torrens.
Tiny Torrens? Dude, you know what? That might just work.
He has a couple of walkers out. Getting close to full mana. We still got a bunch of time of mining. 4 minutes in the main base. Likely we're going to see no big attacks before then. Oh, if Moon knew this, should he go for an expansion? But if he does that, then Fly just goes for a tiny. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, well, well.
You know, in any other ladder game, lower class tournament, Fly would have tapped out probably like, okay, I'm gonna play the next iteration in like a week or two or so. This is Super League, dude. He can't afford a loss anymore. Desperate times, desperate measures, and Orc only really gets good at tier 3, so this is so crazy. This might actually work.
Issue might be the lumber, though. Or can get very strong on tier 3. You just use Speed Scroll and Dust. Thinking there was an Invis Demon Hunter there, but...
There is an Invis Demon Hunter, but yeah, it's so close, man. He has another Dust.
So he's Walker, Master Training.
Yep.
And Pulverize. And every Tauren is 100 lumber.
Yep.
It's a lot of lumber and a lot of time that he's going to need. As Moon is going Mountain Giant upgrades.
Could just be a fake to signal Fly that he's producing.
Yeah, true.
Or, I mean, Kodos can't be devoured. Can't devour themselves. I mean, Mountain Giants can't be devoured.
Okay, is he going to finish these upgrades? Resistant skin. Hardened skin. I mean, yeah, it's finishing. It's going to be 2 MGs. They are going to have 10 points of armor.
All right. All right. I mean, Raiders don't do anything to them. Walkers don't do anything to them. Kodos can't devour them. It's the Blade and the Grunts. And Tauren, of course, if they can reach. If they can reach. He's going second totem. And tier 3 is done Kodo Aura, Walker upgrade.
He still needs so much lumber.
He
should have made these 2 peons way earlier, to be honest.
Dude, he doesn't need an expansion. If he tinies It's the worst thing he can do. He got the gold.
Chim Roost. Lol.
Really? Okay. That's a little bit risky against the Blade Master if he gets an orb. But I mean, it is the perfect counter to Torrent as well. And he built them when Fly just passed the base, right? So he doesn't know.
And of course, Moon has the big advantage. He can move his Tree of Eternity.
That's right. 2,000 gold for him as well. Oh my god, Fly, that he missed the scout is so bad.
Oh, these Chims are gonna hit hard, baby.
Chims are amazing if you have the time. It just takes like 2 minutes to get them out, longer even. So in FFA 4 and 4, amazing units. And you need like more than one, otherwise it just get hexed. But in this situation, it is so perfect. Oh, he scouted it now.
Yeah, especially when you have upgrades for them already, which of course he does. Those do carry over between bears and Chims.
Fly saw it now. There's a tiny.
Oh, shit, boys. Okay. Game's not over yet.
A player's forces are under attack.
It will take
How
Moon a
much-
long time to get there.
How much lumber are Chims, by the way?
Oh. I mean,
Seems like Moon has more than enough, though. He's got 4 Chims in queue. Still a bunch of lumber left over.
oh, this will take a long time. Can Fly?
Origami moving out.
Yeah.
We got...
Sorry, didn't want.
Dude, you don't want to fight into this Moonwells, do you?
No, 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 no.
Oh, that would
No,
not be
no,
great.
no, no, no.
This is... Bro, this is 7 full Moonwells.
What the hell is he doing? His expansion
going
didn't
in.
even pay.
He's going in.
Of
What?
course! Fly fighting for survival in the Super League, going ham on this Demon Hunter. But there's an Invo Potion, there's a staff, there's everything. The Blade has an Invo Potion himself. He needs to beat the Anti-Air. But the Chimeras, man, they're reigning free.
TP out. I would say it's about time. And the Ancestor Spirit right before the TP. Okay, Torrens returned. It was 1 Raider and 1 Grunt that were lost. And of course, those can't be rezzed. But everything's very hurt now. It's going to take a while for Fly to heal everything again.
Yeah. Interesting approach, I gotta say. But, I mean, Fly is
I would say this is a pretty strong Night Elf army. Bears,
Uh-huh.
Chims, Dryads, 2/2 upgrades, Demon level 5. I think you need like, what do you, I think, how's he going to kill these Chims? That's my big question.
I mean, Raider, Headhunter, Blade Master, Serpent Wards, something?
Yeah,
It
I
is
think 7 boards is the most realistic thing here, but I don't think he has the anti-air. He's going for Berserker upgrade. Everything's still hurt. I got a feeling like Moon's gonna smash this fight. I
Yep.
mean, supply is looking that way.
Yep, very much so. 4 Chimeras, incredibly strong. And here we go. Will Fly be eliminated now, or can he take out the Chimeras? They got an absurd amount of damage.
Yeah, with Roar, that's plus 23. Lol. Never have Torrens look this squishy. Oh my god. He can rest some of them, but guess what? If he does, he's just gonna kill him again. Blade Master is also very close to falling. Can't beat this army, bro. Not with this orc army.
Fly's swan song, it was a nice idea, but Moon goes through. The favorite prevails, 3-1. Fly, definitely an improvement towards the group stage, but the big Cinderella story is not happening here in the Super League, even though he was able to defeat Lin 3-0 in the mirror match. That was Fly's big highlight, and of course the series versus Labyrinth, where he entertained the world with a classic on Twisted Meadows. But the road ends here, and we will see Fly in relegation.